Hi, this is Kat White, and this video will show teachers at Gilmour Academy how to reserve the computer lab using the online reservation service. If you notice, I'm on GANet, and what I'm going to do next is go to the Teachers button on the far right, and I'm going to highlight Computer Resource Reservations, and I'm going to click that choice. Clicking on Computer Resource Reservations brings up the Computer Resource Schedule. This is a calendar which is sponsored by Finalsite, and it looks like many of the calendars that we have here at Gilmour. This lists the laptops that have been reserved, and it also lists the computer lab and multimedia lab reservations. There are directions at the top of the page, and it gives you a summary of the format you should use for the computer lab or multimedia lab. If you need to reserve a laptop cart, you should click the word here, and you will get a menu that allows you to do that. To reserve a computer lab or the multimedia lab, you should do the following. You should click on the Post New Event icon, which is just above the calendar to the right. When you click on the Post New Event icon, you will get a pop-up window, and it will look like this. It will say Post an Event at the top. Type in your name, your email address, and then you should give your event a title. Now, the format of the title is very important. If you want the computer lab, your title should start off with the letters CL. If you want the multimedia lab, your event title should start off with MML. So let's start with the computer lab, CL, space, hyphen, space, or space dash space, the block or blocks that you would like the lab. So let's say I want A, comma, B, comma, C, space dash space, and my last name. This format is very important because it tells people who are looking at the calendar which lab has been reserved, when it has been reserved, and who has reserved it. Start date, that's the date that you want the computer lab for. And in this case, I'm going to make it the first week in November, so I use the little drop down calendar, and I'm going to reserve the lab for November 4th. The date pops in here. Please do not enter any times, as those will appear on the calendar, and if you have multiple blocks, it'll just throw things off. Location, you don't need that because you've already specified whether it's the computer lab or the multimedia lab. You may do a repeat if you wish. So for example, if it's every week, you can have weekly, and it will give you weekday options. And then choose which lab you reserved. And in this case, I'm going to pick computer lab. That'll put the correct icon on the calendar. Do not put anything in the notes column. If you put anything in the notes column, it will add extra text to the calendar and make the days especially long. If you would like to give us any details about why you're using the computer lab, you may do so in the description area. Then if people would like to see your description, they can click on the event and they'll get a pop-up menu. When you are finished, go to the bottom of the page and click on Post this event. That will send an email to the calendar manager who will approve your event and put it on the calendar. And that's all there is to reserving a computer lab at Gilmour Academy.